First, I will start with the apex, which is located at the bottom pointed left ventricle, and it consists of muscle right there. On the other hand, I have the base poked in over on this side. The base is in the mid or upper right area, and it is the point of attachment for blood vessels entering and exiting the heart. I have it right here. There are 4 chambers in the heart, the 2 upper, which are known as the atria, and they receive blood. So here we'd have the left atria and then the right atria on this side. And then on the other hand, the right and left ventricles, which are the bottom 2 chambers, and they are responsible for sending blood into the aorta or the pulmonary arteries, and those would be down here. Left ventricle in this area and right ventricles. And then the aorta was kind of difficult to depict, but I do know that it is in this upper general area, and it is a large artery that emerges from the left ventricle, I have it up here, and it carries blood to the systemic circuit. The interventricular septum is in this area, and it is a muscular wall built between the right and left ventricles. Here I have the left auricle is right here, and it is an ear-like flap of muscle from the atria. The bicuspid valve I have over here, this one, located in here. It is an atrioventricular valve between the left atrium and ventricle. It's also called the mitral valve. Next, I have the semilunar valve, and it is a valve between the aorta and the left ventricle and between the pulmonary trunk and the right ventricle. You can sort of look for the half moon leaflet shape to kind of help you find it easier. And the last of the valves, which is the tricuspid valve, located right here. And it is an atrioventricular valve between the right atrium and right ventricle. Blood will enter in the right atrium, and it has to go through this valve in order to enter the right ventricle. Next, there is the superior vena cava, which I have over here, and the inferior vena cava, I'm sorry. The superior vena cava is a large vein that returns blood from the upper regions of the body to the right atrium. And on the other hand, the inferior vena cava is a large vein that returns blood from the lower body regions to the right atrium. And then I have the chordae tendineae. These cords connect, kind of hard to see in here. These cords connect bicuspid and tricuspid valves with papillary muscles, and they are known as, like I said, the chordae tendineae. They're also commonly called heartstrings. And then in here, I have the papillary muscles, which anchor the chordae tendineae. And then here I have the coronary artery, which leads from the aorta and supplies blood to the heart. And then in here, in this area, I found that these are ridges and folds on the walls of each ventricle are known, and they are known as the trabeculi carni. And then here I have the brachiocephalic trunk, which is a branch that splits to form the right subclavian artery and the right common carotid artery. And then lastly, the several arteries are responsible for carrying blood away from the heart, and the many veins serve as blood vessels that return blood back to the heart.